Better do better. All right. Trump claims Obama earned $40 million in royalties from Obamacare. Here we go again. All right, this is from the BIN. President Donald Trump is promoting a false claim that former President Barack Obama earned $40 million in royalties linked to Obamacare. On November 9th, Trump took to his Truth Social platform to push the fictional claim that originated from a satirical website known for publishing fake news. The president shared a screenshot of an image of Obama alongside the text that read, "Breaking. Doge halted a yearly payment of $2.5 million to Barack Obama for royalties linked to Obamacare. He's been collecting it since 2010 for a total of $40 million in taxpayer dollars," unquote. Wow, Trump captioned the image. The royalties claim has been repeatedly debunked since at least 2017, when it first appeared on America's Last Line of Defense, a satirical website created to provoke outrage and engagement from conservative audiences. The site, along with the Dunning-Kruger Times, is operated by Christopher Blair, a Maine-based writer who has called himself the godfather of fake news. The false story resurfaced earlier this year on Facebook and other social platforms where it again misled thousands of users. There is no evidence that Obama has ever received any royalties or payments associated with the Affordable Care Act, the 2010 healthcare law nicknamed Obamacare. A White House spokesperson declined to answer questions about whether Trump knew the story was fictional. Blair, the satirist behind the original post, told The Guardian in 2023 that several prominent Republicans had previously fallen for his work. He called Texas Governor Greg Abbott one of the dumbest people in the country after the Republican shared another fabricated story from the Dunning-Kruger Times. Trump's post comes as he continues to attack the Affordable Care Act while Democrats push to extend health insurance tax credits for millions of Americans who rely on the program. I think the better do better part is pretty obvious. A sitting president tweeting from his own platform. So there's, an interest in him sensationalizing things there because more eyes on it means more ad sales and whatever. But, a sitting president tweeting from his own platform stuff that is fake, admittedly fake, by the person that made it up, will never hear an apology. It'll never be walked back, not by him, not by his White House. And his strategy, as we heard from Anthony Scaramucci, one of the people that used to work with Donald Trump, for those who don't remember the name, the strategy is, who cares what I say? If I say it enough times, it becomes true in the minds and the hearts of the people that want it to be true. Now, I'm paraphrasing, of course, but that's effectually what Scaramucci said after working with Donald Trump and questioning him as to why he always just makes up stuff and goes off script and says stuff that is verifiably false. And so, again, the better do better part of this is very obvious. And again, I don't want this to sound like we're just complaining all the time. We just need to point it out so that no one starts to think that this is normal, so that this doesn't become the strategy, because we lose our way as a country. We lose a lot of our dignity. We lose our standing in the world. We lose personal liberties. We lose personal income. We lose a lot by allowing this to become the new normal. I won't talk up the rest of the time. Q, any thoughts here?
No, important to say, it's already become the strategy. You don't want it to become the norm, is what I think you meant. It's clearly the strategy already. Mm-hmm. And the irony, bro, of the man who sells Trump watches, Trump coffee, Trump steaks, Trump coin, Trump calendar, Trump Bible, Trump shrimp, Trump beard, Trump
like tennis shoes. Do you get that?
From the man peddling gold sneakers,
Trump coin, yeah,
to then bring up a completely fabricated story about Barack Obama collecting royalties.
Oh, wow.
From Obamacare, and calling it royalties because he's dumb enough to think that it's on record somewhere as Obamacare. It's called the Affordable Care Act, people. A bill brought to the public by the President Barack Obama. People started affectionately calling it Obamacare. But Obamacare would have to actually exist as a product somewhere, a piece of IP for Barack Obama to be collecting royalties on it. People who would care to do any research would know that. People who are in the know with regard to how royalties exist would have read that statement and knew that it was false. But as him and one of his strategists said, if he says it enough over and over again, his base, his constituents, and those that love him will accept it as truth. And then there's nothing you can do to change their minds. No amount of facts, no amount of data, nothing. Because as I was once taught, Rams, it's not about data or facts.
Vibes, son. Stick around. We'll be back with more.